And welcome back once more on Yankees Hot Stove. Last season, one of the hardest injuries for the Yankees to overcome was that of Mark Teixeira when he hurt his right wrist while preparing for the World Baseball Classic. Tex was forced to withdraw, and he wound up missing most of 2013. As part of an all-new Yankees Access special that will air next month, Jack recently caught up with Mark in the Bronx to see how he is progressing in his road back to full health.
There it is. Got to end on that one. Thanks, Steve.
Mark, this is the second time you've had the chance to hit off a tee in the offseason. You're already smiling, so the wrist is feeling good.
It's feeling good so far. I mean, this is one of the first kind of steps, one of the first tests. I've been swinging, dry swings for about 2 months now, but that's just making sure the range of motion is okay, making sure that the wrist is getting looser. Once I'm actually on a tee and I want to hit the ball against the back wall with some force, take a full swing, that's a good first test.
And when you get to spring training, you've already told us that you're not in a rush to play in that first game. You're thinking more early March because there's no reason to rush your way back.
I'd like to take a week of doing simulated games and then, kind of progress up to playing full games first week of March.
Are you nervous at all? Is there a part of you that has some trepidation heading into this season?
Of course. Of course. Right now, I'm 6 months out of surgery. Will I be 100% day one? I hope so. But even my doctor said it's going to keep getting looser, keep getting stronger. That's just the way surgery goes. That's just the way it is. And so, yeah, I'm a little anxious about how exactly I'm going to feel. But I know that as long as I'm doing what I'm told, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that I should be fine.
I know you have to answer all these questions for yourself, but what kind of expectations do you have for 2014?
The first thing is health. I need to prove that I'm healthy. And that's what we're talking about right now. We're making sure I'm going through the progressions. And spring training, I don't care about how many home runs I hit. I don't care about what my batting average is. I care about being healthy. Once I'm healthy and I know that I don't have to worry about my wrist anymore, then I worry about my swing. And if I'm healthy, then I need to be a 30 home run, 100 RBI, Gold Glove. That's what I need to be for my team. And so the health is first. The productivity is going to be second.
You've mentioned that before. I'm a 3,100 guy. I'm a Gold Glove guy. The Yankees didn't have that last year. They didn't have you. You only played 15 games. Does it motivate you to say, I got to get back out there? This team was lacking a big piece, being you. I need to get back out there and be that contributor.
Absolutely, and that's the drive. I mean, last year was tough for so many different reasons. We didn't make the playoffs. We went through 10 different lineups, 100 different lineups, whatever it was. And I knew that if I could be in there hitting 3, 4, 5, driving in runs, hitting home runs, playing good defense, I knew that my team would be a little better off for it. So it's really tough as a team, and it's tough individually. Just sitting down and being in a cast for 3 months and just sitting there doing nothing was very difficult. So I think this season's going to be a lot more fun for everybody.
There will be much more on Mark Teixeira's comeback from injury when we bring you the full edition of his Yankees Access. In addition to talking about business on the field, Mark also discusses some of his off-the-field ventures with Jack. It's a show that will premiere on February 17th right here on Yes. So looking forward to that show. And compared to when he was on our show about a month and a half ago and talked about what he was doing with his wrist, seems like he's come light years from then in terms of, he was hitting lasers off the tee.
He's definitely accelerated that process, Bob, but it's interesting to watch him, as you said, because I'm sure it's the equivalent of an NBA player hitting free throws, but every ball on the tee, line drive off the back of the wall, line drive off the back of the wall. That's not going to help you in May when you have to get up there against a 95-mile-per-hour fastball from Justin Verlander. But I think what it does tell you is that he's taking the steps to get himself back, and he has this all mapped out. He doesn't want to rush. He wants to take spring training as it comes, but he talks about how important he is to the Yankees. He knows that he's got to be healthy. He's got to come back and give him that 3,100.
Well, I remember when his first year with the Yankees in 2009, he hit 292, he had 39 home runs, he led the American League with 122 RBIs. That's the player the Yankees hope to recapture. If not 100% of that, then maybe 80%. That would really help the Yankees a long way to replacing Robinson Cano. And, good for Teixeira. He realizes the spotlight is going to be right on him. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on this guy to produce. They're paying him a lot of money, and the last couple of years have not been up to that. But we'll see in spring training. He's going to be one of the big stories down in Tampa.
He talks about, by the way, staying healthy. If he does that, last year they used 9 first basemen. Okay, 237 average, 19 homers, 71 runs batted in. if he's healthy, that's instantly 10 to 15 more homers and 30 to 40 more runs batted in.
Well, that's why it was interesting, Bob, when we did our show from the Yogi Berra Museum, and one of the audience members said, what's the contingency plan if Teixeira is not ready? There is none. The Yankees need Mark Teixeira, as Bob just said, to be Mark Teixeira, to be the guy that can go out there. The defense is always gold glove caliber. He gives them power from both sides of the plate. He's a guy who can put into that lineup and expect the numbers to be there. I will say this, though. You heard it in the piece. When asked if he has any trepidation or any nervousness, he says, of course you do. He's had injuries before where you always have to be able to come back. So he's not worried right now, but he wants to get to the point where the wrist isn't even anything that he thinks about.
They really need him also, Jack, to hit from the right side. They really need his power. The Yankees have to take advantage of be able to hit more effectively against left-handed pitching. Right now they don't have that. Teixeira could be the answer to that. The other question is, can he handle the overshift that really just swallowed up his batting average from the left side? I mean, here's another hitter, came to Yankee Stadium and just fell in love with that short porch, and it really corrupted his swing. So the question is, can Teixeira break out of that and make the defense adapt again, make a shift again, maybe back to what it used to be?
Well, Bob, here's the thing. He had said that he would try to beat the shift and go the opposite way more, and then he got back to saying, look, I'm going to go with my strength, which is pulling the ball. Now, is that stubbornness or is that intelligence, knowing that, look, this is my strength. This is my power to right. I'm going to go with that and just go with the results.
Well, the fact that you are debating it in your mind, I mean, the fact that there's there's a back and forth in your own mind means it's in your head. Things are not progressing naturally. They're not occurring naturally. So I think what he has to do is perhaps not think at all about it. Maybe go back to hitting back to gaps left and right center. But no, there's no doubt that coming to Yankee Stadium and having that 39 home run season in 2009 changed him.